Coming up on the Sports Desk, Elko Women's Volleyball looks to continue their hashtag killing it ways deep into the playoffs. I'll get to the highlights and more from JUCOville. Plus, it's one of the biggest football rivalries in Southern California. I had a chance to chat with some former players and ask them some off-the-wall questions. And of course, I'll get you highlights from the hardwood, my associates plays from November, and plenty more marinara sauce. It's the post-Thanksgiving edition of the Sports Desk, coming at you right now. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another week here on the Sports Desk. I'm Collin Kushner. Cue it up for me, Gus and Allen. Here's a little hail to the victors for all my Michigan peeps out there. Let's bring it up a little bit here. Take a quick listen. Even though Michigan lost, got killed, I always stand by my team during the good and bad times. I think I jinxed them after my Ezekiel Elliott rant just last week. Dude had over 200 yards on the ground! Yeah, well, at least Michigan has an awesome fight song, right? So, the talk of the sporting world has been the Warriors and how they just keep winning. Oh, sorry. I should have been more specific. I'm not talking about Steph Curry and those Warriors. I'm talking about the El Camino Warriors women's volleyball squad. They have been, wait for it, tearing it up, kind of like what my dog used to do with my homework back in high school. That's allegedly, of course. That's what I told my teachers. Lady Warriors haven't lost a match since September 12th, 2015, so that's 15 straight wins entering round numero uno of the SoCal Regional Tourney. It's the number 3 ranked Warriors and 14th ranked Fullerton College. Elko swapped Chafee in last year's first round tilt. The girls getting jacked up. 1, 2, 3, go Warriors! Let's pick it up in the first set. 1-all, Kazia Boyer. The kill, that's going to bounce around off a couple players and land in for the point. 2-on Elko. 2 plays later, Brooke Russell digs it. Nina Wire sets in. Taylor Bryden finishes. She ends the evening with 14 of those. That's pretty good. 3-2 Warriors. Later in the first, Jewel Yandel and Nina Wire team up for the block. Elko extends their lead to 3 a little bit later. 11-0 Lady Warriors. Nikisha Williams kills. She finishes with 20 of those. Elko up by 3, and they hang on to take the first set 25-19. Drop the next 2, but take the following 2 to down at Fullerton College. 3 sets to deuces. Wowza! That's another win for the women's squad, or should I say wild win. That means they haven't lost a SoCal Regional first round match since 2004. People actually knew who the band Hoobastank was back then. They were pretty good. From there, well, yeah. I know I'm getting a little repetitive here. Elko wins again, taking care of business against Bakersfield College, 3-1. It's now Elko's second year in a row advancing to the 3rd round of the regional tournament and their 4th trip since 2010. We are going to stay indoors here. It's cold outside. I know I sound ridiculous when I say that because it's been in the 60s during the day and high 40s at night here in the South Bay. But the weather we are having here doesn't even compare to the high of 25 in good old Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I'm cold just thinking about it. If you are tuning in from Saskatoon, here's how you can warm up. Pump up the jam. Why? Because it's Elko women's basketball's first home game of the 2015 campaign. Let's not forget Elko made it all the way to the SoCal Regional second round before falling to East LA just 1 year ago. The Lady Warriors haven't lost their home opener since December 19th, 2012. The Lady Warriors averaging over 78 points in their last 2 home opener wins. First quarter, Elko up 7-2. Tyler Quinn causes a turnover. Michelle Straczynski dribble. She's going to look to Kyla Jolly. Pulls up from Trey. Good. Lady Warriors up 10-2. Coach! Discussing a few things. Here's the game plan. This is what we got to do. Still 10-2. Megan Penanuda nails the 3. She finishes with 14 points. It's an 11-0 run for Elko. The second quarter, 12-9, Women of Elko up. Tyler Quinn, air ball. Michelle Straczynski takes it back to Quinn, who dishes back to Straczynski to the corner to Megan Penanuda for 3 again. Great ball movement. 15-9 Warriors. A few minutes later, 10-point lead for Elko. Michelle Straczynski Boom sauce pulls over for Trey. She makes it look so easy. She finishes with 14.7 rebounds. Lady Warriors finish 7-19 from three-point land. That's not very good. 64-48 is your final. Make that tic-tac-toe 3 wins in a row to open up their season at home. For the Lady Warriors, well, that's also another win over West LA, their 5th since 2011. Same sport, different gender. The men's squad over at Camino College has been a struggle bus. A few losses, but then a huge ECC Tournament of Champs first-round win gave us all hope, and then it's been downhill since. 2 straight losses. Whoopee! Elko has dropped their previous 3 meetings with good old Alan Hancock. Let's go to the first quarter, or I should say the first half. It's college basketball, no score. Brandon Guerrero inbounds to Gavin Regan. He makes it look easy. 2-0 Elko. Later in the first half, Elko down by 2. Elko steal, Dante Blanton to Jason Ball, and he takes it all the way to the rack. Gets fouled. The free throw, good. That's a 3-point play, and Elko up 9-8. A few possessions later, Elko still up by 1. Jason Ball with the steal, and then he's going to do the two-handed slamma-jamma. Those would be his only 2 points in this one, but got to give him some style points for that. 11-8 Elko. But Alan Hancock goes on a run of their own after the Jason Ball dunkaroo. Elko wouldn't have another lead the rest of this game. 75-52 is your final. Another game, another loss for the men. That's ABC. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. You could thank the Jackson 5 for that, but this time it's in the wrong direction. That's now 3 straight losses for the men's squad. Elko will try to get back on track on the road the next few weeks. They don't come back to the comfy confines of Camino Land until the new year. Meanwhile, Southern California's biggest rivals teamed up for a great cause. I know, USC and UCLA coming together? Well, you have to see it to believe it. That's almost crazier than the time I told my parents I liked Ohio State. For all of you viewers, the Kushners are from good old Detroit, and I was messing with them. Here you go, the 7th annual Torrance Athletics Luncheon hosted by 4 Rotary clubs here in Torrance. Or I should say 4 Rotary clubs here in Torrance brought together fans from both USC and UCLA. A few hundred came out to raise funds for the high school's athletic programs in Torrance. Former football stars like UCLA offensive lineman Chris Ferris and former SC linebacker John Papadakis also came out to show their support. Former SC volleyball and current North High assistant principal Lawrence Hom has nothing but good things to say about the event.
It's a great week, as they say up there. It's a good rivalry. It's been great, as long as it's been going on. I feel like I'm a part of it since I went to one of the schools. And for them to include the Torrance schools, thinking about the athletic departments, thinking how they can help fund them, when 7 years ago when they started this, when things weren't really good, and now they've just kept continuing that program, and then they've went from the DoubleTree to the Marriott. It's increased in numbers, which is also going to mean, increasing the donation, hopefully, to the 4 Torrance schools. And it's a great thing that they do for the schools.
For all of you viewers, if you count how many times I say boom sauce during this week's show, and send in your answers to @Collin Kushner via Twitter, if you guess the correct number of boom sauce bombs I drop in this week's show, I'll hook you up with some SportsDesk swag. Who doesn't want some of that? Now, at the event, I had a chance to chat with former Bruin offensive lineman Chris Ferris, who is 6'9", by the way. He's just a little bit taller than me. I asked him for some height, and he said he would gladly give me some. I also chatted with former Trojans John Papadakis and Lawrence Hom. I know what you are thinking, but I didn't ask them to do their best boom sauce impression. Instead, I decided to ask some ridiculous USC and UCLA questions. Take a look. If you were playing in this year's game and you scored a touchdown, how would you celebrate?
I'd go kiss a cheerleader.
Who would you rather have dinner with, Lane Kiffin or President Barack Obama, and why?
I'd rather have dinner with Max Nikias, the president of USC, because we both love Greek food. We both are Greek, and we'd understand what we were eating.
So you wouldn't have dinner with Lane Kiffin or Barack Obama. You.
I think it'd be better that they eat with each other.
I'm going with the president. That's an easy one. A lot more things we can talk about.
Sorry, Coach Mora, probably President Barack Obama. It'd be more rare. I'm pretty sure I know people who know people that if we really wanted a dinner with Coach Mora, I could probably get one.
Fight on for old SC. Don't ask a Trojan to be a Trojan, man. I know how to sing.
John has a beautiful voice, American Idol worthy for show. It is the last season, so he better sign up. Okay, enough clowning around here. If you don't already know who won the game, then I suggest to keep watching. It's the 85th meeting between these two programs. UCLA has won the last 3. Whoopee! The Bruins haven't put together a streak like this since they won 8 straight against Traveler and Co. from 91 to 98. Bruins, Trojans, I'm hoping for a tie since I don't like either team here. That hasn't happened since 89, by the way. But hey, who cares if I like either squad? Let's get to the highlights. The winner takes the Pac-12 South title. The loser, well, gets absolutely nothing, or bupkiss. Let's go straight to the third. UCLA up 21-20, 1st and 10 from the 41. Claude Pallone forces the old fumblerooski, and Rasheem Green's like, I'm going to pick up the egg, and I'm going to take it into that thing they like to call the end zone. USC takes the lead. Under 2 to go in the third now. 2nd and 11. Kessler finds Darius Rogers. Little stretch play for the TD. USC in the driver's seat here. It's 33-21. To the fourth, same score. Kessler hits Taylor McNamara for the touchdown. Kessler finishes the day 15-26 for 175 yards and 2 TD. 41-20 is your final from the Coliseum. Fight on! USC snaps their 3-game skid against the Bruins to take the Pac-12 South title. I was hoping for a tie, but hey there, the chances of that happening were slim to none. There's probably a better chance that we all see a unicorn at 11 p.m. tonight. Things are looking up for the men of Troy, though. They won the Pac-12 South title. They finally snapped that 3-game skid against their crosstown rivals. It's just been a partay over in Trojanville this year. Well, not really, considering everything that happened with good old Sarkey. But hey, here's some extra USC news that should cheer you up. Interim head coach Clay Helton's interim tag has been ripped off and replaced with the permanent tag. USC AD Pat Hayden recently announced, according to reports via ESPN.com, Helton received a multi-year deal to lead the men of Troy the next few seasons. After the whole Sarkisian saga, Helton has led the Trojans to a 5-2 record, and a Pac-12 South title. Even North High senior Mike Juarez, who recently decommitted from USC, congratulated Helton on Twitter. Unfortunately, as Sensei, when Michigan hired Brady Hoke situation, we all know how that turned out. But fight on, Clay. Fight on. All right, everybody, the imaginary sports desk bell just rang. Ding, 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 ding. It's time for a quick snack break. When I get back from recess, the prep basketball season tips off. When we get back, whoop, whoop, the South boys taking out PV. Don't even think about it, getting off the couch.
Okay, so we drowned the fire.
Yep.
Stirred it. Drowned it again. And now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
In your new role, we help you help. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who once took care of you.
Welcome back, everybody. Check out our Instagram page. That's the SportsDesk TV for cool pics, video, and a behind-the-scenes look at the show. It's a wild time, everybody, and we also have some pretty sweet filters, too. If your Graham game is on point, you know what I'm talking about. The time has come. We are finally back on the hardwood. I'm even wearing my basketball tie for the occasion, if you can see that. It's another season of South Torrance boys basketball here. The Green Squad's last game was against Compton in the CIF Southern Section Division 2A first round. They lost. New season, new slate. Here we go. The Spartans versus the Sea Kings. I wonder who would win in a fight, a Spartan or a Sea King? Well, according to the history books, the Green Squad hasn't had much success recently. South hasn't taken down the Sea Kings since 2012. It's been a couple of years. Let's go straight to the third. First quarter, no score. Noah Daugherty to Trent Cowan. He nails a jumper. 2-0 South. All tied at 2. Chase Sabalos misses. Ball gets to Trent Cowan. Jump, nail, good. 4-2 Green Squad to the second. PV up 18-12 now, but Noah Daugherty to Jordan Tang. Nifty pass, even better finish. Let's take another look at that. Look. Whoop! I don't even know what to call that. Like the oop-de-doo pass? I have no idea, but that looks pretty sweet. Pretty saucy if you ask me. A few possessions later, PV still in the lead. Jordan Tang all the way to the rack. Spartans down by 4 again. But under 2 to go. South down by 2 before the snack break. Jordan Tang all the way to the rim again. We're all tied up at 20, but PV adds a pair of free throws. They take the lead into the break and go on to pull away from South 55-42. South drops another one to PV, their third straight to be exact. And on top of their bad luck versus that other school that's somewhat close to the ocean, PV, it's Coach Clem and company's third straight year dropping their season opener. Yikes! Meanwhile, Bishop Montgomery basketball, well, we all know how good the program has been over the years. One of the top teams in the state to be exact. No more STJ though, but all good. Lil bro Ethan's still in the hizzle, along with Jordan Shackle and a ton of other talent. Their team is pretty much like an all-star squad. Never a bad situation for any coach, right? It's a battle of the Catholic schools, the holy war on the hardwood. Bishop versus Santa Margarita, the black and gold. Eek! Past the Eagles, 58-56. No STJ, no problemo. It's tonight's fourth straight year grabbing a dub in their season opener. To prep girls basketball, in his 2 years as the head coach of the West Warrior girls basketball program, Mike Caparasso helped the Warriors snag 2 straight Southern Section titles. It was a memorable 2 seasons, but Caparasso, who left shortly after their 2015 championship, wasn't the only main piece of the puzzle to say adios. Star center Jasmine Jones transferred to Long Beach Poly, making an already tumultuous offseason even worse. Hey now, West Athletic Director Bill Atkinson is the new head honcho, and let's not forget about Haley Tanabe and some of their other returners from last year's championship team. Why not start off the season by playing some ball at the beach? It's the Palisades Beach Invitational. Well, West grabs the Palisades Beach Invitational Consolation Championship. Hey, a championship is a championship. Senior Haley Tanabe leads the charge for the girls with all tournament team honors. Congrats! Staying out west, the Warrior Boys cross-country squad recently accomplished something they haven't been able to do in 48 years, win a CIF Southern Section championship. But Coach Druten & Co. didn't plan on just stopping there. They had their sights set on the program's first CIF state title and the first CIF state title in the history of the West Torrance athletic program. For all these references here, it wasn't a loop it, scoop it, and polo experience for the Warrior Boys. West looked like a shoe-in before the race. And here's the reason for all the shoe jokes. Let's head out to the frozen tundra of Woodward Park in Fresno. Not literally, of course. One of Ike Tamanaha's shoes comes off during the first mile, forcing West's number 4 runner out of the race. And yeah, that's where all the shoe jokes come into play here. West snags 3rd place overall as a team. Caleb Terrell finishes in 5th place, following his lead, Yusuf Badur in 11th, and Casa Bix, I love saying his name, at 12th. What a season for the West boys. Now that deserves a boob sauce. All right, everybody, when we come back, it's time for my top 5 sauciest plays from November and my weekly rant. Get your popcorn ready.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed ours.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
change the skin they were born with and say they'd die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Melanoma is the second most common cancer in teens and young adults 15 to 29. And one person dies from melanoma every hour. It's time. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's do a little exercise together. I'll do it with you. Pull out your phone. Here we have right here. Whatever phone you have. Tap the Twitter app. I don't have it here, but imagine it. Type Collin Kushner into your phone and start hitting me up with pics and videos showing your school spirit. You know the drill from there. I'll get you right here on the show. Time has been flying, and well, to give you some perspective on how fast time has been flying, the month of November went just as quickly as Usain Bolt runs the 200-meter sprint. Pretty fast if you don't know who Usain Bolt is. That leads me to... It's time for my top 5 sauciest plays of November. Remember, my number 1 sauciest play of the month will get hooked up with a free large pizza of their choice. That's the key word here. Courtesy of Papa John's on PCH and Anza. Here we go, my top 5 sauciest plays from November. Let go! Play number 5. Norris Mike Juarez. We talk about him a lot on the show. That's 1, 2, 3. And then he's like, Superman's my favorite superhero, so I'm going to dive into the end zone as well. North took that game 48-14. What a run by Juarez. Play number 4. Yeah, you guessed it. It's Mike Juarez again, except this time he doesn't see anybody. He's like, I'm just going to take it all by myself. I tried extending that, but it doesn't do the run justice. Mike Juarez off to the races here. He's like a horse. North would lose that game 35-21 to Miracosta. Play number 3. It's now a South sauciest play the rest of the way. Jordan Tang all the way to the rack. Gets it to go. Let's take another look at that. Jordan Tang, so silky smooth. Woo! Around the PV defender and gets the nice land as well. They fall to PV 55-42. Play number 2. South volleyball now. Andrea Babasa, diving play, and then Bailey Oliver's like, I'm going to give you the left-handed tap-back kill and help you out, girl. Let's take another look at that. Babasa fully extends. Bailey Oliver, finish. They would go on to lose that match to Chadwick. Play number 1, South football, Noah Harrison. It's the Civil War game between the Saxons. Harrison takes the punt. He looks and he's like, uh-oh, I don't see anything. That's like 12 North Saxon guys following Harrison. And, yeah, he's off to the races here. I would say he sees a lot of daylight, but it is night out, so that doesn't really work. Harrison for the touchdown. We're going to take another look, but don't worry. My buddy Nate and I put a special effect on this one, so you're not going to have to wait the full 20 seconds. Takes the punt. Oh, and then here we go. Harrison. Woo! That's quick. Oh, my God. Harrison off to the races. That's a touchdown. They went on to stun North in the Civil War match. Those are your sauciest plays in November. Woo-wee! Now, those are some saucy plays. Noah Harrison, where you at, brother? Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, or shoot me an email if you're old school to claim your certificate for a large pizza of your choice, courtesy of Papa John's on PCH and Anza. I'm getting hungry just thinking about that. So if you get the pizza, make sure to save me a slice. I'm pretty sure as the months go on, the plays just keep getting saucier. Okay, everybody, it's a weekly rant time. The Kobe Bryant farewell tour is underway. I know. Oh, I can't believe I'm sorry. I'm getting a little emotional here. He recently announced that he was calling it a career at the end of this season. Listen, I'll be the first one to tell you that I'm not a Kobe fan by any means, but the dude is always incredible to watch. 5 NBA titles, numerous All-Star Game appearances, way too many achievements to list out here. His announcement even caused a stir on Twitter. Athletes and celebrities expressed their thoughts. Here's Arizona Cardinals star wideout Larry Fitzgerald. He says, I'll truly savor my guy at Kobe Bryant play his last season. A true champion and one of the greatest to ever do it. Hashtag respect R-E-S-P-E-C-T, as Aretha Franklin would say. Larry King even took to Twitter. He said, at Kobe Bryant will go down as one of the greatest basketball players. Hashtag, it's my 2 cents. After reading what Kobe wrote in the Players Tribune, his decision doesn't really come as a surprise to me. Between the injuries and Lakers' struggles as a team, it seems like the perfect time to step away. I'll miss his clutch moments in the playoffs and regular season, but most of all, I'll miss that hunger to win and not settle for anything less. What a career. What a career. Hit me up on Twitter with your thoughts on Kobe announcing his retirement at the end of the year, and we can chat. All right, everybody, that's going to close the books on another week here on the Sports Desk. As always, we're available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you just feel like saying yo or hello or whatever you like to say, you can do that as well. Before I sign off today, I would like to wish my good friend Rajan a happy birthday. Enjoy the B-Day week, brother, and a special shout out to my dear friends from Arizona, Itamar and Sarah, on their recent engagement. Here's a special boom sauce for all of you. Take it easy, Torrance. We'll catch you next time. Boom sauce!